Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And of course, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. And today we have our new figure pickups video. This is going to be figure pickups episode 17. It's crazy to think that we've already done 17 of these as of today. It's crazier and more crazy, I guess, whatever way you want to word that we are finally and getting closer and closer to that 500 subscribers mark. I can't thank you guys enough for continuing to support me and support the channel. And of course, if you're enjoying it and you do like this video, please hit the like button on the video. It helps me out tremendously. As well as if you're not already subscribed, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You'll get all my new videos like new figure pickups, as well as many other things that we're doing here on the channel upcoming and very soon. We will be doing the Classic Superstars and Mattel Legends comparison. That's my cat Timmy right there. He's getting wild. We're going to leave that in there. We're going to leave that in this video. You know what? That'll be a good memory to look back on. But Timmy's getting a little crazy over here. He's jumping in and out of some of these boxes that we got in the corner. And who knows? Who knows what's going on in the world of the kitty minds tonight. But anyway, to move forward in what we were saying here, we do have the Jakks Classic Superstars versus Mattel Legends line in comparison. It's a video I've been wanting to do for some time now. And, you know, we're not going to get into it tonight, but a lot of good points, I think, will be made in that video. I think a lot of people will relate to it, and especially for older collectors that have been collecting, you know, throughout the 2000s all the way up until today. I definitely think you'll be on a trip down memory lane for sure in that video, so stay tuned for that. That is up and coming, and can't wait to get that together and out for you guys very soon. But today, we have to get into it. We've got a lot to show off and definitely a lot to go through and review and discuss with this episode 17. All kinds of things are going on here tonight. I think we're just doomed for something. I don't know. We got cats jumping in and out of boxes. I think my lights are flickering now. We're in the midst of coming into October. I think the spooky season is starting off a little early here. But we're going to jump right into this, guys, and we're going to start off with some Elites. We're going to get into some Ultimates. We're going to get into a couple other little things here. So, like I said, sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is the beginning of a dozen figure review or better, I think, at this point. So, without further ado, like I said, we're going to get into it here. The first Elite that we have up is the Greatest Hits Batista, or known as Blue Tista for a lot of the people out there collecting. Of course, when this came out, that was I guess just the ongoing joke. Obviously, to see Dave Batista come back in such a different attire, a different, almost like gimmick at that time. Very Hollywood, very Hollywood rock style. So a lot of cool things did come out of this. Of course, the match in question of this, attire directly, definitely being one of them. Wish it went a little bit differently, of course, but hey, can't always change the past. Just looking forward to the future. And of course, with Batista, I think he was looking forward to maybe being back on top, having another run, doing a few more things than he wound up actually achieving in that latest run in WWE. I think it was a bit lackluster, and unfortunately, it just was not. I don't know. Was not a fan of that as a fan. So, without further ado, though, we're gonna get this out of the way. Blue Tista, WWE Elite Greatest Hits. Definitely happy to have that one back in the collection. And that is one thing that I gotta say with the Greatest Hits, and that could be a whole nother video in and of itself. A lot of people are saying that we're getting, re-released figures and it's hurting the value of the originals. And in my opinion, I don't believe so. When you look back on that original Batista, different packaging, a little bit different in the figure itself. I'm not sure if they were already coming with the extra accessories at that time. I know obviously he had the accessories he comes with, obviously the glasses, the hat, the vest. But, just a different figure at the time. And, a lot less articulation, obviously, with the double jointed elbows, so on and so forth. So, and I think now, I don't know if they were ball joints back then, and now they are, or pinless joints, whatever it may be. However, they've switched it all up. Of course, like I say, even though it is a re-release of that figure, it is still, in my eyes, a different figure. It is not an exact identical replica to what we already had in the original. So, I mean, of course, if these figures were coming back out in their original package styling and everything was to the T as it was made then I would say sure, of course. But, to the real collectors, I don't think you're going to have that problem. To the people that kind of just are looking to get what they can get and not be upset, well, then that is probably going to be for them. But moving forward, something that I'm happy to have and definitely nowhere near upset. So glad that this figure has come out and it is in my possession now. We've got the Ruthless Aggression Elite Stone Cold, and I'm just so happy that I was able to find this. I know for some people they might be like, what are you talking about? I've seen 100 of these. Well, unfortunately over here there has not been much of the Ruthless series out and about, at least that I have found. The series with Shawn Michaels, Batista, and Brock Lesnar, that was easier to find. More of those were around, but when it comes to these, I've only seen The Undertaker. And also, too, with the other series of Edge, JBL, and Torrie Wilson, I've got the Edge, I've got the JBL, but of course, still looking for that Torrie Wilson, and at some point, we're either going to grab that off of eBay, or maybe we'll come, to a store somewhere and happen to get lucky. Who knows? But this Stone Cold, really excited for this one. Of course, this is like a throwback for me back in the older Jakks days before there was even the Ruthless Aggression figures. There was a Stone Cold that was very similar to this. Not the exact same, but definitely similar. So when I saw this, I was like, I got to have it. It's definitely a must for the collection, and happy to add another Stone Cold to the collection at that. You know what I mean? You can never have too many Stone Colds, just like I don't think you can ever have too many Hulk Hogans. It's like, eventually, yeah, you might have to get rid of one or two. Maybe a couple are a little too close in identity, but Hulk Hogan's going to forever live on as Hulkamania always will, and Stone Cold Steve Austin will live on with that as well. So, without further ado, Stone Cold Steve Austin from the Ruthless Aggression Elite line. And now, we're going to jump over. We're going to be going back and forth between Elite 103, 102, 101, whatever it may be here. So, bear with me a little bit as we jump all over the place. So to start off, we're going to go with Elite 103, Liv Morgan, and again, happy to grab this figure, get it into the collection. It is the first Liv Morgan figure that I do have being added to the collection. However, as you guys know, I'm like very weird about in-box, out-of-box, the way I display things. So, sometimes I do things in the package, switch it up, kind of like I was telling everybody about the Kevin Owens that we just got. The Kevin Owens that I have right now, as far as the Stone Cold gimmick where he came out, impersonating Stone Cold. We've got another one of those on the way, and we'll have those displayed side by side. One is Kevin Owens, one as the, impersonating of Stone Cold. So I think that'll be pretty cool. With this Liv Morgan, we already do have this Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. So I think we're going to be taking that out of here, probably throwing that up on the MERCARI. And of course, shameless plug, if you guys haven't already, check me out on MERCARI at MWC 2008. Again, that is MWC as in Matt's Wrestling Collectibles 2008. So definitely check that out. We're going to probably throw that up there, and it'll be up for sale hopefully by tomorrow. So check that out, and check out everything that we do have on the MERCARI page. But without further ado, we're going to get this out of the way. Liv Morgan, and a great figure. So very happy to have that, and happy that we got the side plates on the belts there. I'm going to start trying to collect some of those as they do come out. I think at this point I have one of every title as it sits. So with the new side plate additions, I think that'll be really cool. So, we'll see what we get as we continue to move forward. Next up, this figure, I got to say, is so more sentimental to me than I think anything else that's in this entire video. And reason being, some of the people that are watching this might get this flashback right now, but I was a huge fan of Jackass when I was a kid. I remember watching it, staying up late, summer nights, MTV2, and watching Jackass, Viva La Bam, Robin Big, the Wild Boys, and the list goes on and on and on. So how could you not want to have this in your collection if you were a fan of that, but none other than the man himself, Johnny Knoxville? It is crazy to even think that we're getting a figure like this, but at the same time, I guess it's maybe not all that crazy because we also do have Rob Gronkowski, former Patriots player, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers player, former WWE 24/7 champion, and so just crazy that we get some of these figures, and Mattel is going way out of the box with some of these, so it's awesome to be able to get these. This Johnny Knoxville, definitely, like I said, awesome to have in the collection. Love the attire, how everything is just, it's encapsulating the WrestleMania that he had with Sami Zayn. We do have the Sami Zayn figure as well to go with it, so that's really cool, obviously pairing them up. But just to give you guys a quick look at this, if you haven't gotten a close-up image of it in the box, it's just a really great figure. I'm happy that we got it. I'm happy that we've got a new body scan as well with it. I don't think any other elites have had this, same body setup and recipe. So hopefully moving forward into the future, maybe we'll get some other figures that might fit this role a little bit more. Obviously, I know we'll never see a Colin Delaney in the Mattel Elites, but you never know. You never know what we may see in the future, so hopefully something really cool. And also, too, now that I do think about this, I think maybe the only other Elite that could have possibly even represented similar to a body form is maybe the James Ellsworth that they did quite some time ago. So maybe that is close. But of course, with the attire on the outside there, does change it up a little bit. But again, guys, without further ado, we're gonna get Johnny Knoxville out of here. And but man, I'll tell you what a stroll down memory lane with that figure. You know what I mean? It just every time you look at it, at least for myself, like I said, it brings me back to the old MTV days and just being a kid watching Jackass and all those different shows that kind of went with it, and just it's a different time in life, a simpler time in life at that. And up next, we've got another one from Elite 101 series, and this is Sonya Deville. Not much to say about this figure. I was happy to grab it, you know what I mean? Just happy to throw it in the collection, but, just, it is what it is. I don't think there's anything great about it. It's nothing too special. Maybe something different down the road for her as far as figures are concerned. Not sure if we'll ever see another Elite, but maybe we will. And, yeah, so, Elite 101, Sonya Deville. Up next, this one kind of been a thing where I've been wanting to grab one for a while now. I wanted to get this into the collection. Very happy that we finally do have them. And it is none other than Elite Series 102 Austin Theory. This is the chase, the variant. I definitely am always looking for the chases, always looking for the variants, just because a lot of times, not that I think that they'll be worth more. Obviously, like people always say, if you're collecting just strictly off of a dollar amount, you're probably not collecting for the right reasons. But I did really want to grab this, and funny enough, they have sold out of the original, which is like the Captain America style. So kind of funny in this aspect. I know it does happen from time to time, but it's always cool to see when a chase is actually being outsold by the original. So definitely not something that I expected. I did think that more people were going to pick this up. Just again, Austin Theory Elite, and it's a chase as well. I just figured this would have been the one that would have sold out quicker. But we were wrong on that one, so we hold this in our hand today, and we wait for the restock of the original, and of course we'll be getting that and putting them side by side at some point in the collection. But yeah, we've got none other than Elite Series 102 Austin Theory. I do wish that he came with the U.S. title, but maybe they would have thought that would have been a little too much going with him in 102 and then Lashley in 103, both having the new U.S. title. So there is that. Coming up next, I guess we'll do these together, and actually we could basically do the next three all together, but we've got none other than the Street Profits, both coming out of Elite 103. We've got Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. And again, I mean, guys, how can we not want to get these in the collection? I mean, the last Elites that they had, they were good. I'm not saying that they were bad figures. I continued to pass on them again and again and again on ringside, and they kept being discounted and discounted and discounted. And as time went on, I said, I'm just eventually I'll get them somewhere. But of course, time will run out on everybody, especially when you're trying to be into this game of figuring out what figures you're going to get, which one's first, which one's next. It's always a tough strategy to try to go with. I mean, of course, you can always go for that one per case. You can always go for that chase, and maybe you'll get lucky, or maybe you'll wind up in that same situation as the Austin Theory there. But with these, fortunately enough, not a chase, just really cool figures. And again, we get a close-up of them, Montez and Angelo of the Street Profits. And I just think the attire is great. The figures all the way around are really cool. And even with the Austin Theory that we just had, he had the cell phone in his hand. And with these, the thing that I really like is, with the Montez Ford, you do get the little plastic cup. And with the Dawkins, you do get the headband, which is just cool little details. You know what I mean? Little things that make the figure just that much better. Because every now and again, as we know, we miss out on those little things, and they change the whole course of what you're buying. You know what I mean? So with these, I think extremely well done. It's not often that I would want to say that I give figures a 10 out of 10, but these are probably pretty close. Maybe a 9.7, 9.8 out of 10. It's been a while since we've done a rating, but that's it's probably where we're at. We're close to a 10 out of 10 on both of these. Very happy to get both of them in the collection. And without further ado, the Street Profits, everybody. Now, going from the Street Profits to the next one here, we're going from not only Profit, but business, and business brings profit. And what business brings the most profit? That would be the Hurt Business and Bobby Lashley. I know that this is, the almighty Bobby Lashley, not exactly what we were looking for as far as the Hurt Business attire. I think that did come out in the basic series, so we're going to have to see if maybe we can track that down in the future. But we do have the almighty Bobby Lashley out of Elite 103. And just a great figure. Again, I mean, I love the colors on it. I love the, the brightness and the yellow to the black. It's just, it's great. I love when attires pop and it really makes a figure. So this one for sure definitely does that, as well as coming with the new U.S. title, which is pretty cool. I know the figures come out, or I should say the title has come out with a few different figures. I think we can go as far back as the Apollo Crews. I think at one point, Apollo Crews came with the new U.S. title. I'm not sure who else has for Elite, but very cool to get it here with Bobby Lashley. And again, guys, just, excited to add a new face to the collection yet again. This is the first Bobby Lashley coming back into the collection after, so many years of having just tons of his figures between the Jax figures of the day, between WWE. I think they also had him in TNA. I could be wrong, but I believe that they did at one point. So I couldn't imagine how many Bobby Lashleys I had and how many of them were probably almost spitting image identical to, one to the next. So it's cool to have a new Bobby Lashley and a great attire to go with it. So without further ado, Mr. Bobby Lashley. Up next, and actually before we even get into this, I do want to say too, I did order the whole set, that Roman Reigns from Elite 103. You can get that on MERCARI as well. Want to go check that out. Put that in there again for you. It's MWC 2008, so it's MWC 2008, and go on MERCARI. Check that out if you guys want to see, like I said, everything that I got. The Roman Reigns from Elite 103, brand new, is up on there and posted. But now we're going to get to my favorite figure of the Elite 103, and it's a tough, very, very tough at that, because the Bobby Lashley was cool. I love the Street Profits, but I'm just so thankful that they're finally making this back into the line again, and with a great attire to go with it. We've got none other than Cody Rhodes as Stardust. And I did not get the chase. The chase is eluding us all, I think, at this moment, unless you had a pre-order in. So at some point we will find that, and it will find its way into the collection. But until then, we have the regular version here. And, I just love the attire. Like I said, a big shout-out, throwback, paying homage to his father, Dusty Rhodes, and I think that's great. I really, really wish that we could have seen, more in the later years. Unfortunately, obviously, with Dusty's passing, it's just, it's sad. It's like there would be nothing more than I would love to see a segment between Cody and his father in the now, especially with, how much charisma Cody has developed over the years and the time and effort that he's put in. It would just be absolutely amazing. You could almost say maybe dashing, but that's for another time. But yeah, this is a cool figure. I love how the ladder also has the polka dots on it. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, little details from Mattel that just make figures absolutely that next step, that level up, that next, that next tier. And that is one of them for me on this. So that is Cody Rhodes as Stardust, or Stardust as Cody Rhodes, whoever that may be under that face paint. We've got him here, and I'll actually read this one down for you guys. He is from the Fifth Dimension. He comes in at 6'2", 220 pounds, and his finisher is the Dark Matter. Career highlights are the WWE Tag Team Champion and an Intercontinental Champion. It's actually kind of funny on the back. It actually says Intercontinental title. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. I might have to check some other boxes and see if that's new or if that has always been the way. But here we go. A polka-dotted Prince of Dark Matter paid tribute to Dusty Rhodes in the 7-man Intercontinental Championship ladder match at WrestleMania 32. And I think he did a good job doing it. I really wish, like I said, we could have seen more of the later years that were, cut short on us. But without further ado, everybody, that is going to be Stardust from Elite 103. Now we're getting into the home stretch here, trying to wrap this up. But up next, we have ourselves a ringside exclusive. We finally got the Mega Powers. Yep, that is right. We've got Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, ringside exclusive, the Mega Powers. And this is an awesome set. Was souped when I seen this come out. I mean, I don't use that word often, but super excited when I seen this come out. And I was like, it's perfect to finally have it match up with the Miss Elizabeth that we got. Got her hanging up there, and I believe that was from the SummerSlam Elite set. So finally, we've got them all together. They're all here, and looking good as always. But this packaging is amazing. I mean, I love the Hogan and Macho in there. I just think it looks great. Everything is just completely on point. And as we move around the box here a little bit, hopefully everybody can see that. Hopefully we're not cutting in and out. But as you can all see, we've got some very, very good details on there. You pull up to the top. Got the Mega Powers up top. And then we go to the back. And again, just a great, great combo here, and an amazing ringside exclusive, even though some people may say it's just another Hogan. But I do like this one a lot. I was very happy to add this one to the collection, more so the Macho Man. I've probably got 15 Hulk Hogans as of this, video being recorded. And I think this is my 4th or 5th Macho Man. I think it's my 5th. So very happy to add that one to the collection, as well as this whole set, as I just find that it is amazing. You could almost say it's mega powerful, but it is quite the box set from Ringside, and very happy to add that to the collection. Up next, I saved these two for last because they have been eluding me a little bit in the search, in the hunt, and they are Walmart exclusives, so that makes it that much tougher. And I think everybody already knows where I'm going with this one. And you might think I'm actually going to say something that's a little bit sooner, but we're actually getting something that came out a little bit later. So we did miss out on the Eddie and the Ray. I haven't seen them anywhere. Maybe eventually they will hit the stores. I'm not sure, but I have not seen not one of them in any stores. And I don't really know anybody that even knows where they are at in this local area of mine. So the other day, taking a stroll through Walmart, and could not even believe when I saw these sitting on the shelf. To start off, we're going to go with the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Edition. And this is none other than RVD, Rob Van Dam, Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. Monday Night. I think he's got a few other titles in there, but we might have to leave those out, keeping this a little bit, more on the PG side, trying to go the WWE route these days. Nah, we know that's not true. We know that's not true around here. We're keeping it exactly how it has to be, and everybody knows we are, straightforward, right to the point. And if we got to call it bullshit, then that's exactly what we will call it. We'll call somebody on the bullshit. But no bullshit here. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad, again, we're getting these figures with these attires. And none other than Rob Van Dam from ECW One Night Stand. Of course, the night that he beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. Something I don't think any of us thought was going to happen. I didn't plan on it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought my man was going to walk out of there, John Cena, as always, holding that championship. A lot of people have to understand the era that it was, coming off of the Stone Cold, The Rock, and then going into Cena, and there was so much that was mixed in there, Hogan still being around and this and that, but I really do hold Cena in my top 3, might even be closer to the top 2 when it comes to greatest of all time. I think John Cena is just, how can you outdo the accolades, right? If he wins one more world title, I don't think anybody's going to be able to ever get past that. It's even though Ric Flair probably had more like 25 world titles, and we're only counting those 16, but I think John has done quite the impressive set of just accomplishments in WWE and out of WWE. Most Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes granted, which is something that just, again, an amazing guy in and outside of wrestling. But let's get back to Rob Van Dam and the fact that he beat him for the title that night. We'll run down the back for you. He's 6 foot even. He's from Battle Creek, Michigan. He's got the 5-star frog splash and his career highlights. Only putting WWE champion on here, but he definitely had quite the list of accolades other than WWE champion. Pretty sure Rob Van Dam, Intercontinental champion, Hardcore champion, WWE Tag Team Champion. Again, just throwing some things out there. But without further ado, we got Rob Van Dam here in the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Series, Ultimate Line, Ultimate Edition, and an awesome figure, and very happy to add that to the collection. And of course, this is where we come to the final figure of this video, none other than the man himself. Here comes the pain. And that would be Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar in the Ruthless Aggression line, Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Edition. And, I think this is, again, an awesome figure. So glad that we got it. So glad to have it. It is a little lackluster, I think, getting it now, just because we've had 3 figures that were very similar. So the ringside exclusive Brock Lesnar that came with this title as well, very similar to this, actually has the same shirt over there, and we'll get to the shirt that's on him in a minute. So that figure came with this shirt. Then we have the Ruthless Aggression Elite Brock Lesnar, which again is, very similar, almost exactly the same. Again, we now come to the Elite WrestleMania 32 Brock Lesnar, which is the figure that came with the shirt that he's wearing, and that will lead to this next story here. But 4 Brocks that are very much similar. And granted, you could leave out the WrestleMania, you could leave out the Ruthless Aggression Elite and grab this and, also say, well, hey, that ringside exclusive, it is really cool. It's an amazing figure. Absolutely. I'm not taking that pat, from anybody. It's definitely a great figure. I would love to have it myself in the collection. Unfortunately, I do not. But with this, the reason why we took the shirt from the WrestleMania 32 Brock is because, like I said, they're identical. The shorts, the trunks, the logos, everything is identical. So at that point, I said, well, why even bother? I will sell the other figure with the title, missing a shirt. It's okay, no big deal. And now we have the true Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar here with both shirts. And, like I said, I think it just... it makes the figure even that much cooler. I really like displaying it like this. I like displaying things, in box, but with maybe extra accessories. And that's the way I do things, Like I said to everybody before, it's I don't mind collecting some loose stuff, but I really like everything to have a package. And, I customize some of my stuff, do a little fix-up in there, and just make something, I guess, a little bit cooler, or maybe, adding a little bit to it just to make it that much more ultimate. So, but let's read down the back for you. We've got 6'4". He is 286 pounds, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, with the finisher of the F5, and he was the Universal Champion and WWE Champion. So with that, we've got Brock Lesnar from the Ultimate Edition and the Ruthless Aggression Ultimate Edition at that. But a great figure, and again, now having this large jump and putting all these back into the collection and getting everything figured out here, I guess now it is that time where we have to go and put all these up on the wall and figure out a place to kind of fit them all in. It's like a puzzle, we just keep working on it. But guys, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being with me for this. And as always, I appreciate all of you. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously, as I always say. If you haven't already, head over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You'll get all my new videos, all my new content. And also, as well, I just want to give a big shout out to a couple of people. First off, my buddy Zay. Zay's out there with Family Time Wrestling. If you haven't checked him out already, check out the podcast on YouTube. Check out his Facebook page. Check out his Instagram. Again, that's FTW Podcast, Family Time Wrestling Podcast. So check out my buddy Zay over there. He is doing his thing. And also want to give a big shout out to none other than my buddy Mr. Gary Lowe out there. Me and Gary are back out and doing our thing again, and doing the shows, getting these events going again. Like I said, we're working on getting a lot more in-person dates for the the merchandise and stuff, and getting all these tables out there and having some stuff set up. So if you guys are checking out on the Facebook, which you can go over and check out Matt's Wrestling Collectibles on Facebook right now, join the page. We'll get all of the info to you right on there, and it's free to post, and you can check it all out. You can be on there sharing your figures in your personal collection, maybe some stuff that you want to buy, some stuff that you want to sell, maybe some things you want to trade. Anything is welcome as long as it's wrestling related. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. It's been great doing this as always. Episode 17. I can't even believe that we're on it, but we're on our way to episode 18. Before you know it, we'll probably be on episode 25, and then it'll be episode 50. And before you know it, we'll be on episode 100. But that day's quite some time away, but we'll be there. We'll be there soon. Sooner than you can think, sooner than you can blink. And all right, guys, I guess that's going to do it for me. So until the next video, as always, stay safe and stay tuned. I'll catch you all.